Hello everyone, Darth Golden Freddy here, and today I'm doing my top 15 favorite Marvel Legends of 2019 so far, and these guys are the honorable mentions. I think you could tell why. So, first, I'm going to give it to Red and Black, Far From Home Spidey. I do like this figure, but, the paint is very lackluster. Night Thrasher, very badass looking figure, and, really enjoy it. Thing definitely would have made the list if he was released in 2019, but I got him in 2019, so I'm going to put him as an honorable mention. So, yeah, the rules here is I have to have got the figure in 2019. The figure has to be a 2018 or 2019 figure, and it has to be a Marvel Legend released by June 2019. So it could really be anything that's been June 2019. Silver Surfer is my number 2 of honorable mentions because this guy is 2018 figure, but he's really awesome. This guy would have been probably number 1 on my list if I got him in 2018. Got him in 2019, such a badass figure, and that would go to the 10th anniversary Thanos. So here is my honorable mentions. See you guys in the main list. Up at number 15, this one can be swapped out with the next one. We have Silver Sable. Very badass looking figure. I was shocked that we were going to get a figure of her when she was announced, and I gotta say, this figure did not disappoint with silvery paint, and I didn't like her guns though, so I actually gave her one of these pistols, and I think they look great. I didn't feel like digging for one of the other ones because she was already holding this one, so Silver Sable definitely makes number 15, but she can be swapped out with number 14, which is... A lot of you guys are really shocked that Gambit only made number 14, but to be honest, a lot of other figures this year has really impressed me more than this guy. I do think it's a great figure, and I actually think he could be swapped out with Silver Sable if he really tried. However, I do like his card accessories, which I don't have over here, and I like his bow staff, just doesn't hold it very well. But he's very posable, and I really like the detail on him, and he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece in case anybody wanted him but didn't want any bath part that they weren't going to use. So Gambit, I'm definitely going to give to a number 14 spot. Number 13, I'm going to give to Captain Marvel. I think this figure is really awesome. Regardless to what you think of Captain Marvel in the movies, I think this figure is very nice looking. To be honest, I really like her. So I'm definitely going to give this spot to Captain Marvel. She also didn't come with a bath part, which I was kind of shocked by. And I actually think that this one is surprisingly better than the one that does come with the bath part, because I think this one has extra stuff, and it just looks great. So, I'm going to give it to Captain Marvel. Up at number 12, I'm going to give to the Walgreens exclusive infamous Iron Man Dr. Doom figure. I do think that this figure is very awesome, and I'm very impressed by it. So, I'm going to show you him. He does have these really cool lightning pieces. He has really good blast effects. And surprisingly, I've actually read this comic, so, yeah. I mean, I do read comics, but, you know, I kind of read them randomly, and which one's on clearance at Books A Million, so I really just go off the cover, and if I've heard of it. And, this one, I had heard of, because I knew they were making a Marvel Legend of it, so I bought it. And I actually was pretty impressed. So, yeah, I do like this figure a lot. And it's nice to have a final Dr. Doom figure, so I really like him. Or, like no, it's like actually Dr. 11, I'm going to give to Hawkeye / Ronin. I know some might consider this cheating or kit bashing, but I really like this figure. And I would like it just as much if I didn't get that Hawkeye head sculpt from the Quantum Suit 2-pack. So, really, I like this figure just as much with the swords and the bow and the Ronin head sculpt than without it. This is just how it was on my MCU display on my living room, so I just grabbed it. And I do think this figure looks really good. Unfortunately, my figure's right knee doesn't bend. I don't know why. I think it got glued in the factory. I couldn't tell you. I just bought it at a really cool toy store, and like early, and they had it, and I got really excited, but I spent $35 on it, and needless to say, the figure's knee doesn't bend. I still think it's a badass figure, though. It just doesn't articulate as much. So, Ronin's getting number 11. Surprise many, but I'm actually going to give the Kingpin to number 10. I really like this bath, and I actually got all of his his wave all at once, and it was a really cool experience because this wave was so hard for me to find. But, you know, compared to all the other figures I have here, I'd rather have all of these guys coming up than this guy. But I do really love this Bath, and I really needed it for my Spider-Man collection. So Kingpin's definitely going to get number 10 because I'm happy Hasbro made number 9 is actually going to be kind of a tie, but it's Quantum Suit characters or Time Heist Suit, spoiler alert. But I do really like these guys, and actually on my original list they got number 2, but you know, I filmed that and that didn't like work out very well when I did, so I had to just wait, and I just said to quit it. And now that I've gotten a lot of newer wave figures, these guys are at number 9, and I had to do a top 15 because there's just so many other choices. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see the uncut version of the last one that I never finished. Anyway, number 9 is going to go to the Time Heist Avengers. This might surprise many, but I'm actually going to give it to Red Goblin. I really like this figure, and I was super impressed when I bought him. And, I mean, he's a Bucky Cap mold figure, but I just think he's really badass. He's also the hardest Kingpin wave figure to find, and probably for good reason. This guy is just really cool looking, and he's the Green Goblin mixed with Carnage, which is like some of my favorite Spider-Man villains. So I'm gonna have to give number 8 to Red Goblin. Number 7, I'm gonna give to the really badass Beast figure. I think this figure is one of the best Marvel Legends we've ever gotten. However, all these figures in front of him, I actually kind of like more, and don't expect any crappy figures or really anything, but I really like these next 5 or so, 6 actually, I really like, so that's why they're going to be next up on this list. But I do love this Beast. I love all the articulation they gave him, but I'm going to have to give him to number 7, unfortunately. But great figure, number 6, I'm going to give to Beta Ray Bill. I actually haven't completed his wave yet, but I'm pretty damn close to. I think this figure's really cool, and yeah, I had to put him on this list. He's really impressive. I love his jaw articulation. Hello, sir. Can I get some tea and crumpets? Yeah, I really like this figure, though. It feels like a new body mold. I actually don't think it is. But it's definitely what the new Thor figure is going to be like in the 80th anniversary line. So, I do like that. And also, I like how his cape comes off, too. So, I do really like it. And I like the Stormbreaker. So, I really like this figure. So, he's going to get number 6. We're going to get my favorite member of the Black Order, but not my favorite figure. And that's going to go to Ebony Maw. I really like this Ebony Maw figure, and I'm so hyped to get him. And he is my favorite member of the Black Order because he has the most lines, and also he probably has the most screen time, too. He is a very badass character in the movie. He's also super creepy, and I just like how articulated he is. I love him to death. I think it's an awesome figure, so I'm definitely going to give him to number 5. To give the Scorpion. This is a very awesome figure. Once I bought him, it's basically love at first sight. This figure is so poseable in every single way in the imagination. And to be honest, I can't wait till they reuse this body mold on some other figures, like Carnage, I think would be great. I actually think PS4 Spider-Man should have got this body mold because it's super poseable, but it doesn't have a butterfly joint. In my opinion, I think every figure deserves a butterfly joint. I think butterfly joints are great. But, I mean, after that, this figure's perfect. He has the bendy wire tail, and you can, you know, this should have been what Doc Ock had, and still he got on my freaking list. So, I'm definitely going to have to give this to Scorpion for sure. Place medalist is going to go to Corvus Glaive, sorry. Corvus Glaive, this figure is so freaking cool. It came in a really neat 2-pack, and it was super hard to find, but I was lucky enough to find him. And man, this figure is super articulated and detailed. And like when I first bought him, he blew me away. So I'm gonna have to give it to him, and I was just so happy to complete my Black Order, you know. So I really like this guy, and probably why that's probably why he's number 3 instead of Ebony Maw, who's my favorite Black Order member. But I think this figure's a lot better. So I'm definitely gonna have to give it to Corvus Glaive. See the trend here. I like MCU figures, so what? So number 2, our silver place medalist, is going to go to the worthy Captain America. Spoiler alert. I like the Chris Evans head sculpt. I like the battle damage shield, even if it isn't broken. And even though I paid $40 for this figure, I really like it. I mean, I am a little bit pissed about that, but I mean, I gotta say, the store I bought it at, I did like. So, I mean, hey, like, the people there are really nice. I mean, I was kind of okay with spending $40 on it, but Anyway, he's going to get number 2. All right, next up is our winner. There's going to be 6-armed Spider-Man. I know this will shock a lot of people, but this figure's fantastic. It has great paint, don't you see? Great articulation. No, this figure sucks. Okay, this is a disappointment. Should have had like tons of articulation. Like, look at Beast. This is where I'm keeping all the guys, by the way. This is so I can remember the list. Look at Beast. Okay, take notes. Take notes, 6-armed Spider-Man. Notes, I actually do like Doppelganger, but 6-armed Spider-Man I just find so disappointing. So he's going to get worst figure of the year. Anyway, time for our final pick. Alright, our final pick's definitely going to be very controversial, but I'm going to have to give it to the Endgame Thanos figure. This figure just is really special to me because I love Thanos so much, and well, I just think the figure's really badass. The aesthetic on it is great. I don't like the articulation, which is a reason why people like Shartimus Prime did not like this figure. However, I do really like it. And also, you can enhance the figure by getting these separate accessories that come with different figures, like this head that comes with the 10th anniversary Thanos. Really either or, but this is probably my favorite that you can use. And then, spoiler alerts for Endgame. This comes in a basic Hulk figure. You can buy that basic Hulk and get this nano gauntlet to give to your Thanos. I put a little bit of tape so it sticks onto any figure. So, there you have it. And it fits on pretty well. Fits on any figure. Fit on Iron Man, Hulk. So, he's my number 1. So that's my list. Here's my top 3 figures. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, again, keep in mind, this is not definitive. I would say these top 3 is probably definitive. But keep in mind, I haven't gotten the Far From Home Mysterio in yet. I haven't gotten Rescue yet. I haven't gotten War Machine or Hydro Man. I ordered those guys, but I haven't gotten them in yet, so I couldn't tell you. I haven't completed the Hulk bath. I don't know if I already said that. But there's so many other figures I guarantee probably will make the list, like that 80th anniversary Iron Man, the collector figure that just got announced today as I'm recording. There's so many other figures I think are definitely going to get on this list. The next Mark 50, if there's a Mark 85, that rumored Endgame Wave 3. There's just so many other figures I know that are going to make my list that, honestly, these guys might not even be definitive. I know for a fact Thanos will probably stay number 1, spoiler alert, but you got like 6 months, so maybe it'll change my mind. Anyway, this is my list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.